Speedway. We're under caution for the first time today at lap 18. Now, most of the leaders have been on pit road, but Andy Hillenburg, he is the car, number 11, right behind the pace car there. So he has stayed out in order to lead a lap. And remember, in ARCA, you get 10 bonus points for leading a lap, and that could be the difference.
It could very well be the difference. Now all he's got to do is go back and just race Bobby Bowser to win the championship. I mean, he was racing hard trying to win. Bowser has made his pit stop. He has changed tires. He's back on the speedway. Right now, Hillenburg's job is to keep that 21 in sight and stay within 2 positions of the 21.
There are 28 cars on the lead lap, and Ned Bowser is being shown toward the end of that group back in 26th spot.
Yeah, he was right at the end of the group before the caution came out. As Benny pointed out, the caution was a huge break for him. He was about to go a lap down, and he had an extended pit stop making adjustments to his Ford. And so as a result, he came out pretty far back.
Let's check in the pits with Bill Weber.
Okay, Jerry, these are the 4 tires that just came off of Bobby Bowser's car. Right after he ran through that debris, he called in and said, I ran over something. We're going to need to change them. They came in, made a 4-tire stop, made sure that they got those 4 tires in, topped off with fuel. It took a long time. He went out very late. Right now, team officials and Hoosier tire officials are looking at these tires and trying to find out which one is the culprit.
Now, I understand that the 25-lap mandatory caution has gone away because this caution came out, what, on the 18th lap? And so they were so near to that, and everyone has come into the pit so they get an opportunity to see how those tires are wearing. So that mandatory caution has gone away. And here comes the leader now, Andy Hillenburg, after leading that lap and getting the bonus points, making his pit stop. The boy, he's going to have 4 track positions.
And he's headed down pit road as he makes his way down to where John Kernan, the center we might mention, and Harris Devane has gone behind the wall. John, he's headed toward you.
55 miles an hour at the speed on pit road. Andy Hillenburg is in pit stall number 4 as his crew gets ready to go over the wall. It'll be a 4-tire change as he slowly, deliberately makes sure he gets no speeding violations. It'll be a 4-tire change. Now, unlike in Winston Cup where the new rule is only 2 tire changers, here in ARCA, you can have someone on the left side to loosen the lug nuts while 2 other tire changers work on the right side. Bob Donner says no chassis adjustments. The car is running just fine. Andy feels very comfortable with it. Now, we mentioned at the top of the show that this would be Andy's first national championship. Well, in his pit, he has Bob Donner, a 3-time ARCA champion, calling the shots. No, they don't have the left front tire. They don't have a left front tire. One of the crewmen doesn't have it. They took it off. Now they're looking around. Almost a costly mistake. They finally get it over the wall. I'm telling you. They put a left front tire. I can see it's clearly marked left front. It was sitting right next to me. Maybe they expected me to roll it over the wall, but that could have been tragic for very few seconds there. They were in a panic, but they get it changed. He goes back out. He's still going to be in the same position that he would have been normally. So just something to make the heart race just a little faster here on pit road.
Come on, John. Help those guys out. Roll those tires out there.
Hey, John, you sure you didn't get in their way?
I wasn't in the way. I was behind the tire, Benny.
Huh?
I was behind it, Benny. I wasn't in their way.
You're double dipping, John. Pit announcer and left front tire changer. I know how you work. Hey, we're under caution at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Tim Steele relaxing there in his car, number 16. We'll come back with Green Flag Racing in just a moment. And back up front is one of the drivers that did not pit, Bob Hill.
We have got a general mess right there, Ned.
Yes.
How many abreast are they going to be?
Looks like about 4 or 5, but you guys get it down to at least 2 when you get in that corner.
Skinner comes diving in there, and Dill Whittemore goes up out of the way, knocks the guy out of the way, and wow.
I don't believe they made that.
That's exciting.
Oh, let me breathe a second and I'll talk. Here's 21 and 11. Those are the 2 guys in the championship hunt. That is Bowser, who pitted on the first round of pit stops, and then, of course, Hillenburg pit after led a lap. He came in and pitted later.
So now he has a 15-point lead, right?
He got 10 points for leading a bonus lap. We'll see, carry the 1. That's right, 15 points.
But Bowser is in front of him right now, so that's 5 points. So
okay, so it's 10 points.
Like I said, he's got a 10-point lead. Now, nope, they got 15.
Yeah, now 15. That's right. And here comes L.W. Miller in a 39 car, so now make it 15 points as Bowser loses another spot.
Andy Hillenburg, a rookie contender. He can't lose really either way. If he doesn't win the championship, he'll win the Rookie of the Year award.
And there we see the lead. There goes Skinner into second place. That's Ed Dixon in the 12th car that he purchased from Kenny Schrader. And here it comes for the lead. Bob Hill in the Jim Dandy dog food car, and he loses has the lead. Skinner goes by.
Boy, Mike Skinner made it look easy on the inside. Skinner out of Brattleboro, North Carolina, the Racing Champion Chevrolet.
I've watched him in the Truck Series this year. Of course, he won that championship, but boy, he just runs in and out that traffic. He don't mind sticking it in there.
He has been very, very impressive. Here we can see Tim Steele making a charge.
That is Scott Neal, the yellow car on the high side of the racetrack. He was being shown in second spot. Now he has been passed.
A number of those cars did not make pit stops.
Scott Neal, the yellow car, won a race in Salem, Indiana. That was his very first ARCA win.
Tim Steele now trying to make a move on Bob Hill, and it goes to the inside. Now we'll try it on the outside, but Hill will slam the door down the back stretch.
Steele has the fresher tires. Don't know how much of a difference that makes, but right now his car is going through the corners faster, and he makes the pass.
The engine in that 16 car is one of Ernie Elliott's engines, Bill's brother.
Got to wonder why possibly Bob Hill would not pit. Maybe we can check in with our pit guys. John, any idea?
Yeah, Jerry, just talked with his car owner, Larry Clement. Larry told me it was a bit of a misunderstanding. They were told by ARCA officials that this caution flag that we just had would take the place of the mandatory pit stop for tire checks on lap 25 that was planned. Under that mandatory stop at 25, you couldn't do anything to the car. You could just check the tires. So they thought that they couldn't change the tires. So that's why they didn't. So just a bit of a misunderstanding. Larry says they should be okay because they were showing excellent tire wear in all their practice runs.
Well, Johnny's hung on to third place so far, even with the worn tires. His tires are 18 laps more worn than the others who have pitted. But here is Mike Wallace, who won this race last November, and he is coming in a hurry. He tried to make a move inside of Mayfield and thought better of it.
And look how Tim Steele has run down Mike Skinner. He has come from about a second or a little more behind and has run him down in a hurry. That 16 Ford is flying. Last lap, he caught him going into turn 3. It looked like he was going to pass him. See how much he pulls up on him? Of course, he picks up the draft on the straightaways.
Skinner's car moves up the racetrack, and Steele was able to keep his right on the bottom of the racetrack. Now down in turn 1, about 195, 200 miles an hour. Bob Dodds in the 09 car.
And here's Mike Wallace, trying to make a move inside of Bob Hill. That would be for third position. That is third, fourth, and fifth there. Hill, Wallace, and Mayfield.
Car got a little bit loose there, and that's not abnormal when you get down to the inside of another car going into these turns. Sometimes it will get a little bit loose. He's going to drive her down in there again into this turn. He'll give him plenty of room.
And Mike, this car been loose again.
He did.
Tell you what, Hill has been pretty impressive with those used tires, then.
Yes, he has. He just hangs right. He's giving them plenty of room down there. Here comes Wallace again, right up on his bumper. He's going to try to see if he can get totally up the side of him going down the straightaway this time, and maybe drive on past him before he gets into that part of the turn where his car's been getting loose. Yeah, he's got it this time.
And there the slow car of Dodge comes in the mix. And Jeremy Mayfield's going to have to back off.
Yeah, Mike Wallace just pulled away when Mayfield had to back off. So Mayfield still has Hill to deal with before he gets it back, has any chance to get back to Wallace.
And Scott Neal. The other 24 car pulled right alongside of Jeremy Mayfield.